Boy, oh boy, do I have some tea for you, so it only feels right for me to drink a little bit of tea. I know some of you guys, if not all of you guys, have watched that Katt Williams episode. I'm going to show you two different clips on lessons that we can learn from Katt Williams. As you know, he's a famous actor, comedian, extremely funny, and extremely brilliant. 163 IQ, insanely smart. And I think people underestimated him. And there is a clip that I'm going to play right now.
I don't harbor any resentment to any of these entities because I can't be jealous. I've never seen them have anything that I ever wanted.
Now, here's a guy who knows exactly who he is. Here's a guy that stands strong in his power throughout his entire life. If you watch the interview, since he was a young boy, he knew that he was different. He was talking in front of crowds at 5 years old. He got into it with his father at 13 and understood that, hey, what you're teaching me, I don't agree with. And he understood that he had a different purpose, and he stood on business and he stood on his own 2 feet and created a life for himself. And that's a lesson of mindset. That is mindset. Your mindset controls everything that you do. And I continue to tell everyone that. That's why I created this podcast, because of your mindset. Look at Katt Williams' mindset. Look at what he said. He said he couldn't be jealous because they don't have anything that he wants. Standing true and standing firm in who he was created to be. No ifs, ands, or buts. And he exposed so many people in that industry. And I think it was incredible. Not about the exposure, but about standing firm in who you are and telling your story without having to hold back. Telling the truth without having to hold back. So often we get so scared to tell the truth. We hold back. We're so reserved at everything. Hold on. He was standing on business and believed in himself from a young age. He might be 5'2", 5'3", but during that interview, you would have thought that this man was 6'8", 7 feet tall, and that is the way we're supposed to be living life. There are lessons that we need to learn from Katt Williams, but his consciousness is on such a high, tall, incredible level. His mindset is on a level. He's a giant and a beast in the industry because he believed who he was, who he is, and he stands in that, and he isn't afraid to tell the truth and expose his own self, even if it might make him look bad, just to be able to tell the truth. How often would you tell on yourself about going to jail or about something negative in your life? How often will you do that? How often will you examine yourself and say, I need to speak the truth to myself because right now my mindset is not on point. Right now I feel like crap. How often do you do that to yourself? He did it in front of 48 million people. 48 million people tuned in to that episode. Another thing he talked about is mental illness.
What's going on with Kanye? From a distance, obviously, I don't know how well you know Kanye. I don't know if you've been around Kanye, but from a distance, what do you suspect's going on?
I suspect that we're pretty awful people if we say that somebody got a mental illness and then we watch what they do. If you say somebody got special needs, then why would you be watching them and holding them accountable like everybody else? Wouldn't you grade them on a curve?
He reiterated how we, as people that watch these entertainers and the celebrities, hold them to a higher standard. What if that was your child? And your child had mental illness and people are going around and say, oh, he's crazy, he's crazy. You would get offended. So instead of talking negative, he exposed what was being said and it made you think. That's another lesson that we can learn from that Katt Williams interview. There were so many gems. There was so much in that interview that we can learn from and that we can tune into. But what it boils down to is, what is your mindset? What is your mindset telling you? Are you in control of your mindset? Are you standing on business? Are you standing in who you're supposed to be? And regardless if it looks good, if it looks bad, you tell the truth. You live consciously into who you're supposed to be. This is what it's all about. This is all about acceleration. At the eXcelerate podcast, this is exactly what it's all about. And it's about people coming in and talking negative, and us taking that negative and flipping it to a positive and questioning the negative. What is your intention behind calling someone crazy? Calling somebody and saying they have mental illness? Have you been trying to help? Or are you strictly saying that because you want attention or because everyone else is saying it? The thing that I took away from the most is mindset, believing in who you are, and standing firm in who you're supposed to be. That's some tea for you, baby. I know it's not fluffy, but it's all about accelerating and unleashing your full potential. So if you want to continue to unleash your full potential, stick with me for the next episode. Until next time, peace. Get out of here.